Larry Rhoden visited the southern border in Texas to meet with South Dakota National Guard troops.
He toured observation posts near the Rio Grande and praised the Guard's role in securing the border. Governor Rhoden also received briefings on human trafficking as well as drugs.
And now, just one day later, South Dakota's Attorney General is taking a separate trip to the border in Arizona for a key announcement involving immigration. Digital producer and anchor Donovan Miner joins us for more on what it could mean for law enforcement here at home. This is our top story. Donovan, good evening.
Good evening, Brian and Andrea. South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley is taking steps to combat illegal immigration and drug trafficking. During a visit to the U.S. southern border in Arizona, Jackley announcing he's authorizing the Division of Criminal Investigation to apply for 287G authority. That move would allow state agents to assist federal immigration enforcement. Jackley added efforts would be focused on violent criminals and drug dealers.
I'm proud to announce that I have authorized our DCI to move forward on the 287G process so that our DCI agents can force multiply with federal authorities when it comes to enforcement of our immigration laws and addressing the violent crime and drug dealers that are coming into South Dakota that are not here legally.
Meanwhile, Governor Rhoden sent a letter of intent requesting a memorandum of agreement with ICE. That agreement would allow the South Dakota Highway Patrol to assist the agency with immigration enforcement. The request follows a recent ICE operation in Madison where officials took as many as 8 undocumented immigrants into custody earlier this month. Brian and Andrea.
Donovan Miner at 5 o'clock. Donovan, thank you.